Hello and welcome to SatTV Week, the news programme for the international satellite industry. We start this week with the news headlines from Carrie.
The largest public media enterprise in the United States, Public Broadcasting Service, has installed a large set of NewTek M6100 broadcast satellite modulators for content distribution across its nationwide network. This is part of a major upgrade to DVB S2 and H.264 modulators, while at the same time implementing carrier ID to reduce radio frequency satellite interference. In the United States, PBS has 354 member TV stations. Nearing the completion of its 10-year project, the PBS Next Generation Interconnection System project is set to replace and significantly upgrade the current infrastructure that enables PBS, regional distributors and other entities to distribute programming for broadcast by public television stations. The result of the upgrade to these latest technologies allows PBS to reduce its satellite capacity requirement from 4 to 3 transponders. NewTek's M6100, launched in April this year, already has this carrier ID implementation. The M6100 is the new generation DVB-S2, DVB-DSNG and DVB-S modulator. SatLink Communications has announced the upgrade of its MCPC platform on the premium AsiaSat 5 satellite to DVB-S2. This upgrade will allow international HD, SD and 3D channels to be distributed more cost-effectively on Asia's prime satellite that provides access to 620 million households and hotels in the fast-growing Asian market. The new DVB-S2 platform, which utilises SatLink's full C-band transponder on AsiaSat 5, will deliver higher throughput and greater bandwidth efficiency, enabling customers to benefit from high-quality, cost-effective content contribution and distribution solutions to and from the Asia-Pacific.
Russia's foreign ministry will extend an agreement with the US government on the tax-free delivery to and export of goods and technology from Russia necessary for bilateral cooperation in the space industry. The new agreement will run for an additional 5 years. The bilateral agreement was first signed in 1994 and the current agreement will be reviewed in 2016. Last week, NASA Administrator Charles Bolden visited SpaceX's main hangar at Cape Canaveral to announce that SpaceX has officially entered NASA's Commercial Resupply Services program. Under this program, the company is contracted for 12 cargo resupply flights to the ISS. The company is currently preparing its Falcon 9 rocket and Dragon spacecraft for the first of these official cargo resupply flights, and is targeting an October launch from Cape Canaveral. Following the successful acceptance review, Astrium has delivered the third and fourth Galileo in-orbit validation satellites to the Space Centre in Kourou, French Guiana. The arrival of the two satellites represents an important step for the European flagship programme. The satellites will be launched aboard a Soyuz rocket to join the two Astrium satellites already in space to complete the Galileo in-orbit validation configuration. After a careful 4-day road trek from Switzerland, the first model of the small GEO communications satellite platform has arrived at ESA for testing. Small GEO is part of the next generation of modular and flexible telecommunications platforms. It is being developed through a public-private partnership, ESA's new way of working with the space telecommunications industry. ESA is focusing its support on R&D activities through its ARTES programme, while industrial partners, led by Germany's OHB system, finance a substantial part of the development costs. Small GEO's first use is for Spanish operator Hispasat's Advanced Generation 1 satellite, expected to be launched in 2014. And now here's Georgina with news from the ITSO.
The United Arab Emirates has been elected as a member of the International Telecommunications Satellite Organisation Advisory Committee during the 35th meeting of the Assembly of Parties held in Kampala, Uganda. The UAE is now part of a group of 21 nations on the committee, whose objective is to further the ITSO commitment to develop a global satellite communication system on behalf of its 150 member states. The ITSO incorporates the principles set forth in a resolution of the General Assembly of the United Nations, which stipulates that communication by means of satellites should be universal as soon as feasible and achievable on a global and non-discriminatory basis.
That's all for this week. Thanks for watching.